I don't know what is wrong with. There's just so many bullshit tech errors. So I guess we can try to reproduce this. I mean, this is so obnoxious that we're getting this, but it's bizarre. Okay. A lot of problems in the field are defined by Weibull distributions. So good at the prediction of distributions. I think pretty much everyone just sticks a Gaussian on action outputs and calls it a day at the moment. I don't know your specific distribution. Dumb workaround. They use it to account. I think technically you can just chuck any distribution you want on the action heads. Yeah. You see this? Seriously. These stupid bots, I swear. Damn it, I didn't have the chat window open fast enough to clear that one. I'm just trying to fix right now. There's an annoying bug where the containers lose GPU access and it crashes the jobs. Token. We will hopefully see if these runs now work. Okay. There we go. Solid. Now. We'll see if we hit the bug again. And let me go check the thing. They're not here, are they? Gotcha. I forget what sweep I needed to run. Dev. Just gonna get these experiments rerun, and then we'll check a couple things. Fortune favors the puffer. See ya. So this is the auto scale one, right? Protein grid puffer written. Okay, so that should handle this thing here. I'd love to know why my host drivers randomly, my Ethernet drivers randomly crashed. That'd be nice. Let's see if I can figure that out real quick. Maybe there's been something since I last checked. To make an SVG puffer, there's no way it does better than our puffer. We have a very nice one. Took quite a bit of work to get this one done. It's two different artists. I can't believe I'm the only one who's getting this thing. That's really bizarre. We'll look at this for now. We have a couple sweeps to look at. So we get this one. It's funny that this gets these random ones and then immediately jumps up, so we'll have to figure out why that is, but this is perfectly good as far as sweeps go, it looks like. A couple high cost ones, mostly lower cost. Burrito front is building. This is fine. And we'll see what this comes up with. We just reran this. And then this one's a little weird. We do better than this normally, right? But it's gone down to min cost for some reason. Yeah, 50 mil. I don't know why it's done that. Protein. Better than previous gens? Yeah. I'm telling you that these models are not going to be good for art until they can actually like edit and like do the process the way that an artist would. And I don't particularly care too much either. Like they'll be cool. That'll be really cool, but I'm also more than happy to, be supporting artists. It's one of the things where it's kind of cool to have it done by people. Well, let me think about this now. We're kind of at a good spot here where everything's mostly where it needs to be. I need to run a ton of experiments. Let's kind of just make a quick list of. Let me make a quick list. Here are all the things that I think I just made like a priority list recently, didn't I? I never actually look at these lists. Sometimes I write them though. Okay. Here's the next one. Spot. So there's here's some things. There is projects and configuration for Windows Lab. There is configuration algos. What other stuff? Oh, there's also like core stuff. Um, Python placement build system. Sometimes I just like to sort of think about, what are the important things for Puffer next. I'm gonna be right back. We'll get a few of those experiments running, and then I'm gonna come look at this, and then I want to like sort of prioritize some stuff. Because I still have a few algorithm ideas to try out. Yeah, I'll be back in a bit though. Hold on. Okay. So I've had hey Supu. I've had one intelligent thought total in the last several minutes, which is that I should probably do the stuff for Jacob's lab because it's pretty quick and it would be relatively straightforward. All I have to do really is figure out how to get Jax to play nice on the container. Um, would be a good time to upgrade a whole bunch of stuff on the container. The only thing is I don't know if I want to do container dev today. It's kind of a pain. Oh, I do. I don't plan on using it for training. It's uh, it's just the JAX-based environments. So we take the JAX-env, we take the data without copying it. We take it, we put it into a torch tensor, and then we run it through Puffer, right? Mind you, I don't love torch either, but yeah, Jax has some good stuff, but then they fucked it up with like really stupid ideology. I swear, there are like so many different frameworks where it's like, oh, this is good software, and then they just functional bro it for no reason. Everything should be functional. A lot of functional code doesn't function. I honestly think I rather like very light OOP to like heavy functional. As stupid as that is. Especially in Python. Like Python kind of forces you to just like you don't have to do fancy anything, but it kind of at least forces you to put your methods on classes. Um, so I realized this recently because I was thinking like, hey, if you just had a struct type in Python, right? Could you write code that looks like C in it, and would it be better? And I think the answer is no, because I mean structs are fundamentally typed, right? So you need to type them. And then your methods also end up being typed on top of those because you no longer have the information that you get from having the method attached to the struct, right? So you no longer get the type of the things added to it. So you have to like add this annotations to it, but then you're doing typed Python, which is worthless. So I think it's better to just have basically do the same thing, but just attach most methods to classes and not do any inheritance and not do any other fancy stuff. Um, I don't like it, but it's the language kind of pushes you to that. It's so funny because when I'm writing C, I never miss any of the OOP features, right? But then when I'm writing Python, it's really hard not to do stuff with classes. I mean that just means it's language design. Drives me nuts. I like C. C is nice. Didn't know any different. Yeah, I mean I had the same thing. It's annoying because like it makes so much sense, right, when you're taught it, and then the languages, a lot of the languages that you're taught in, like kind of enforce it. So it's like it's almost impossible to discover on your own. Like it takes very many years to like slowly discover all the ways that it's making you write terrible code. Impulse Force PR, oh, that'll be so good. I think that with your end, like you've done so much work on this project that it's going to be worthwhile to like spend some time trying to make it look a little bit more interesting visually. Um, I can help with that a bit. Like, did you see Spencer retextured his environment? He just like loaded some textures in and stuff, and now he turned his like block environment into like space 3D puzzle thing. Easy to get building M scripting because CMake. Hmm. graphics, little noob. I mean, you just load in some textures, pretty much. But yeah, I can help. I think pretty much of these, the only two that I can actually realistically do, I can look for core perf enhancements, or I can do the puffer jacks integration, because I don't really want to start anything big until I clean up the existing dev. See make diff. I've heard it's we literally have mscript in did you not see we have mscript in the build sh file? That's how we build stuff. Yeah. It was a pain to get working? No. No, it kind of just worked. I mean, the only thing is if your build is wrong, right, then it's going to give you a blank thing and you have to debug in webland, which isn't fun, but I think that'll be the same with CMake. I mean, Bet's a newer programmer, right? Like, you would... Yeah, when Bet says something is very hard, it doesn't always mean it's very hard, right? I'm sure it would have been very difficult many years ago as well for me, too. Kind of cool. I'd like a quick overview of the policy code now. I can confirm it's sane before I spend a lot of... Did you think I didn't change a bunch of stuff with the policy? Literally, look, Captain, all I did was this. All I did, I don't even think it affects anything, to be honest, with loading. Oh, your policy code. Okay, yeah, I can look at your policy code. You want to link it? What happened to my grid? Did the runs die again? Yeah, let me, hang on, I'll get this in a second. Let me just see if my runs keep dying. That's not good. It's just hanging. Yeah, it is. It's just like it's hanging. No, it's not the driver this time. That's fixed. How do we see where this is stuck? For some reason, PySpy wasn't working before. What is it? What's the PySpy? I get this permission denied error, and I can't even sudo my way out of it with PySpy. Can you run the command outside of Docker? Oh, maybe you can run it outside of Docker, actually. Just top. What do you mean it's managed externally? Can you do that? I fucking hate Python so much sometimes. Like, the tooling is just ass. It literally tells you can't do this without a VM. Like, what? This has got to be new as well. That didn't used to do this. It like actually this is the crazy thing. It doesn't let you install system packages because it's so Python is so ass that the maintainers know that you'll break shit if you don't use VM, so everything has to go in a fucking VM. That's how ass Python is. I actually think that the language isn't terrible. The tooling sucks. The language is actually pretty damn nice. Tooling is just terrible. Whatever. Oh my god. Okay. So it's in the Gaussian process. Apparently it's in the Gaussian process. It's in the backward pass as well. No, but it's running eval forward, eval forward. Oh wait, is this running now? I'm confused. It is running. Well, this one's running. And then this one's dead. Or is this one, maybe it's just in between runs. There weren't 16 of these before. Maybe it's just taking a while to actually start the new run because of the, I think it is just taking a while to start the new runs. Okay. So we might have to do some optimization on the GPs, but that's fine otherwise. Cool. Okay, next thing is going to be, see, it's 9, 2 hours-ish. Kind of want to do the jack stuff, honestly. Because the thing is, I gotta, like, that will give me an excuse to upgrade the containers. That's the reason I want to do it. Ah, my bad. I get distracted easily. You have to remind me on these things. You can put these in the policy. You can put these either in the, like, as defaults, or you can put these in like policy and they'll get passed as args, by the way. Oh, the one thing is also in dev, we deleted the clean RL layer. Sternly managed disclaimer. That's just in Ubuntu. That's literally all that is Python wanting you to use virtual lengths. Yeah, it's annoying. Docker, it lets you in Docker. I don't know how it actually knows it's in a Docker, but in Docker it lets you install everything system-wide. Yeah, okay, I can tell you already that you probably aren't going to want to port this to C, because it's just, this is pretty complicated. Let me see what we have here. Each byte in the map observation contains 4 values. That's fine. Oh, well, I've seen much more complicated networks, right? But the goal is to get it shorter. Hey, Spencer, we're just reviewing the policy at the moment. We're definitely going to integrate Impulse Force soon. And by the way, Captain, we can technically put the make stuff in the dev branch. That will be fine. I'm going to merge. I actually have a big merge to dev coming up today or tomorrow. And then we can do that. I'm still not so sure on that, by the way, but I don't know. We will have to look at it, but I understand the reasoning. It's like, it's so apt to need extra tooling. If it deletes setup.py though, I think I'm okay with it if it deletes setup.py, provided we can actually get the thing to generate, like, I don't want CMake to have to generate a giant ass build command, right? If it can generate like a similar build command that to what you would do manually in build sh, but figuring out all the platform specific details so you can run that separately, then I'm happy. I want to look into doing, yeah. Nice to not have to. Oh, right, because your CMake was just for Impulse Force. Well, we have to build it somehow, don't we, when we PR it? Because if your build is using CMake, right, and we're still using our setup.py stuff, we need some way to get like box2d linked in. Anyways, though. CMake for Python and build sh for Ocean Dev. Yeah, I'd be very happy with that. And the cool thing with that, right, is that you can leave, you can let CMake do the initial builds for like this from source builds or whatever, and then you can assume that those are there, right, for the dependencies, And then build sh doesn't have to do that. It just has to like pull them in. And that one we don't have to worry about static versus dynamic or whatever because it's just for local testing. Okay, this is simple. Let's talk about this, Captain. So this does what like a lazy layer would do for you, right? But it's not lazy. You've gone and computed everything manually. So I think what happened here is that you saw that I manually code the layer sizes. And then you said, oh, well, but I don't want to use the lazy layers, but I want it to be done without me having to manually update it. So you did this. So in my mind, this is kind of the same as doing lazy layer because that's like way too much math for me to read and have any idea of what the output size is going to be, right? The output size is just going to be some number and I have no idea what it is. The reason that I code stuff manually is to prevent you from like accidentally increasing the observation size and then having the output be a million dimensions and not realizing it. So I think if you just pick one, either lazy or you just hard code the output layer, which is